to be honest, I could have gathered that you hadn't watched the Star Wars movies that much. Anyway, here, hello Matt, it's the 2nd of February, and yeah, I probably gathered that because you never really talked about Star Wars in Highdown and on the vlogs, despite the fact that I basically, they're my favourite movies of all time. Yeah, I am pretty surprised you haven't watched them though. I mean, the prequels were coming out like just about when we were. I mean, yeah, Phantom Menace just came out like when I was, I think, 8 months old. No, 10. No, I don't know how. Only X many months old. Attack of the Clones came out when I was 3, and Revenge of the Sith was when I was 6. So I was just about old enough to watch Revenge of the Sith and understand it a bit. Yeah, I mean, the prequels came out like when we were those ages, so I'm kind of surprised you hadn't seen them. But oh well. At least you're honest. Anyway, in answer to your question, the worst movie I have... No, not the worst movie I've seen, the worst movie of all time. Now, Split is my least favourite movie, as I said in my other vlog, but the worst movie of all time, I'll safely say Split is not the worst movie of all time. I mean, there are some movies out there that I don't even need to have seen to have known they're bad, like Batman and Robin, for instance. Or Geely, or Jack and Jill, or The Room. But I think the crowning jewel of bad movies is The Amazing Bulk. It's, you know, the Hulk movie, not the Marvel one, the one before that. Yeah, you know, that's sort of regarded to be quite a bad movie. Well, just imagine a really bad remake of it, with crappy effects, crappy editing, a director who doesn't know what the hell he's doing, really bad acting, and no excuse for it. I know about that because of I Hate Everything. He was the one who basically showed the movie to everyone and said, look how big of a piece of trash this movie is. So yeah, that is, just looking at his sort of review, I know kind of it's the worst movie of all time without ever seeing it. So yeah, but Split still remains my least favourite movie. And I today have booked a driving test for the 24th of April. So that'll be pretty decent. I'm trying to pass first try. And yeah, if I do, then fantastic. If I don't, yeah, got next time. Got next time. But anyway, yeah, that's a big thing that happened today. Yeah, also just Matt reminding you, your punishment, do it. Because we haven't really mentioned it in the last few vlogs, you've got to do your punishment. And about the driving test, Matt, my question to you is, are you thinking about starting driving lessons soon? Anyway, the review, so this is going to be quite a long one, The Dark Knight. Yeah, the big one, the big movie, which I haven't reviewed yet. Saw it only twice, my whole life. Once was a few years ago, so I never knew about it, and the other time was the other week. And yeah, let me just get this out of the way first, before I sound at all negative. Dark Knight is a pretty flawless movie, but flawless is not a synonym for my favourite movie. Right, so the story follows on a few years, probably after Batman Begins, and it is about Gotham kind of regaining its former pride in the form of Batman's getting more prominence, Rachel's being a lot more into the criminal world and getting them out of it, and then you have Harvey Dent, who is the main man, the lawyer who's getting them all locked up, making Gotham a better place. So when the movie, well, the setting the movie opens in is the most prosperous time since the start of Batman Begins. Then the Joker enters town, who basically his only aim is to spread chaos, and that's not a fault with the movie, that's literally what he does. He doesn't necessarily have any motivations. He just wants to cause as much trouble for those who have defeated the art of crime, and that's sort of, there's a lot of interpretation up for his goals, but I always think He's just doing it for pure chaos, pure joy, which, yeah, it fits his character. He's crazy and that's what he'd do. And through an elaborate series of, again, a lot of Batman Begins sort of levelling up the villains to the big gun, and adding in another villain, Two-Face. Don't think it's a spoiler to say it's Harvey Dent. Batman gets roped into the Joker story, and he's all about getting him locked up and finding out what he's doing with the Gotham crime world and what he will do to Gotham in the future. Matt, I didn't forget this is one of your favourite movies, and I can definitely see why. Sorry, I just I got a Dr. Pepper can here and I just accidentally pressed it down. I could definitely see why this is one of your favourite movies of all time, because there's a lot of really good shots. I'll just say, I don't usually notice this about a movie, but like this movie really is an art to behold. Just the way it's looked, the way it looks, the way it's edited, the way it's paced, it's beautiful. And as well, the acting, again, top notch. I'd say the characters who made Batman Begins aren't as prominent here. I'd say Commissioner Gordon isn't as prominent. He's still prominent, but he doesn't really do as much. But he's still in there. But then Lucius Fox, who sort of, again, and Alfred sort of feel underused in this one. But they have to make room for the other characters, the new characters. So yeah, Harvey Dent, who is like, I really like Harvey Dent. Like, I didn't remember him at first, but like when I watched it the other week, I really realised he's a lovable character. You just love everything he does, and you can tell everyone around him loves him. And yeah, it's brilliant. Like, a character who can pull that off, an actor who can pull that off is brilliant. And then, the Joker. Now, literally, if you want to know my opinion of the Joker, just watch any other video about him in the past. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for villain. Alright, so apart from maybe the Christian Bale voice, which is, yeah, a bit annoying at points, and it kind of loses its seriousness, and I'm not too big a fan of Two-Face's motivations. I don't know, I like his backstory, and how Harvey Dent changed, but I'm not a big fan of what he does with it. Unlike the Joker, who terrorises all of Gotham, all Two-Face really does is terrorise one family and a couple of police officers. But yeah, those two things are the only things really wrong with this movie. The rest of it, completely fine. So, why is it that I do not think the movie is one of my favourites? Well, a simple answer to that is look up on YouTube, Nostalgia Critic, can something be too good it becomes bad? Now, what I mean by that, and what Doug Walker means by that, is that a movie can sometimes feel so flawlessly made that it loses a bit of its humanity and it doesn't feel as relatable. It feels like everything was calculated in a way to get an audience reaction, but at points that audience reaction feels a little bit too artsy and I don't want to say predictable, but definitely a little bit more manufactured. They tried their best to make this movie really good, which I can completely commend them for. But unlike Batman Begins, I'd say this one's a little less enjoyable because of that, because Batman Begins still had a sort of flawed Bruce Wayne. Not in actual character sense, but I mean his backstory sense, he's a flawed character, not a flawed performance. This movie, I don't know, it doesn't really go through as much. Yeah, the Joker is a brilliant character, but Batman and Bruce Wayne not too focused on in the movie. But yeah, there's not much wrong with him. That's the thing about the movie. Don't get me wrong, I still really like it, but there's something holding it back from being one of my favourite movies, and it is sort of the thing that Nostalgia Critic pointed out in saying something can be too good, it becomes not bad, less than perfect. So I'll still say though, with all that said, it's not the most enjoyable film, probably the most well put together. I would hold it in a similar regard to Pulp Fiction, but unlike Pulp Fiction, it's still which still had a bit of... Pulp Fiction still felt like it had a bit of humanity in it. What I mean by that is that the character dialogue still felt genuine, and the situations they're in seemed a bit more relatable and humorous. This movie, I don't know, it just felt a bit too manufactured to be good. It worked, but it felt a bit too manufactured. If what I said didn't make sense, then don't be ashamed, because it's a real personal thing. It's my only real big problem with the movie. So, overall though, in terms of an actual movie, all spectacular, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the best movies I've ever seen. But, not my favourite. Probably... no. When I say not my favourite, still in my top 35. Still in my top 35 favourite movies. So, take that bit of consolation. God, I'm sounding like a bloody film dissector. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure if you got any of what I just said. So, yeah, but I hope you can see where I'm coming from, and the fact that Batman Begins seemed a bit more relatable and enjoyable, but Dark Knight is the more flawless movie. So, Dark Knight Rises is going to be next week's review. And yeah, Matt, thanks for watching the vlog, and I will see you on Saturday.